First of all, over 230,000 Cleveland residents, which is over 50% of the total population, live in food deserts, where the people have limited access to affordable and nutritious food. In Cleveland's Buckeye Shaker, Buckeye Woodhill, and Central neighborhoods, which are historically redlined, a study at Case Western Reserve University revealed that 1 out of 2 Clevelanders used food pantries in 2019. In 2020, that number jumped to 70%. In Cuyahoga County, over 165,000 residents, which is over 37% of the population, live more than 1 mile from a supermarket, and nearly 14,500 residents live more than 2 miles away. In addition, the cost of groceries in Ohio has risen by 12%, which has a drastic effect on lower-income households, many of whom are spending nearly 1/3 of their budget on food. With so many people living with food insecurity, it is crucial that we implement a solution so that everyone can obtain easy access to healthy, affordable, and nutritious food.
For more on why these statistics matter, of the 59% of people who say they are living in a food desert in Cuyahoga County, 60% of them describe themselves as non-white and as living below the poverty line. And these issues are affecting people who don't really have the resources and the access to things to fix these problems, and means to, propose an idea, talk to people who can make a change, and people who can make a change are turning a blind eye, or they just don't know about the issue. And most of these people are forced to go to small discount retail stores in their areas where they live, and these small box retail stores range between 3,000 and 15,000 square feet in size, and they dedicate 15% or less of shelf space to fresh produce. And these people are forced to eat unhealthy foods and foods that aren't good for them and foods they don't really want to be eating just out of straight need to. And action is needed there to allow for everyone to have access to fresh and healthy produce and be able to live a healthy lifestyle.
Wait, you know what's cooler than TikTok?
What?
Community gardens.
What's that?
What we are proposing as an achievable way to aid this problem of food insecurity is the creation of what we call a one-stop shop for community garden wannabes, an online resource that would make it easy for any individual, group, or organization to research and conceptualize starting a community garden. This one-stop shop will eliminate complicated research processes by providing people an easy, accessible way to educate themselves about the topic, connecting them to many branches of resources, explaining the legal necessities of starting a community garden, and showing them how to build community, promote, and gain support for their ideas. This one-stop shop would include all the necessary information and resources on getting land, water, funding, soil testing, building and tool materials, starting composting systems, organizational systems for the garden, optimization of land, solar, and water resources, advice on crop and tenant management, crop starters and health benefits, pest management, legal advice on getting permits and insurance, tool and seed partnerships with local businesses, grant opportunities, community partners, building community engagement and outreach, garden mentors, promotional campaigns and fundraisers, and mapping for the best locations based on available land and community demographics for starting the garden. This resource makes the process easy for people to understand and increases the feasibility in undertaking the project, ultimately encouraging people to try and make change in their community.
Did you even hear anything that we just talked about?
Sure I did, but why should I even care?
There are so many reasons why this is important.
So why is this so important? Number 1, equity. Laying the foundation for a source of equity and extra resources is vital. This may not be something that affects people in your community, but it is something that affects a lot of people, which is what equity is. Having a resource like this to start a community garden or have a community garden in a space that wouldn't is extremely helpful. Number 2, community. Placing activities and volunteering opportunities where they may not always be available is extremely helpful. Youth and other people who want extracurriculars that are productive and safe would also have a great time starting and flourishing with a community garden in their space. Number 3, availability. The setback of not knowing where to start is removed with a program like this. A lot of times there are excuses made or reasons why someone can't have a community garden or something that would help with something like food insecurity in a smaller area or less profitable area. This means that adding this resource would help expand and stop these excuses overall. Number 4, people. Overall, this would positively impact people's lives in a way that is not always thought about. It might be thought that all people have a grocery store or readily available vegetables, but this is not true. When you think about the health of individuals and people around the world, it's very important to think about the way to start this. Yes, you may be able to reach these things, and a community garden may not be viable to you, but for people looking for a way to stop stopping at convenience stores and smaller inns and eating, the same not well-produced food, this would help them a lot with their health and wellness.